Jonathan Lee Riches investigates. New bombshell report right here. New evidence found at the crime scene. We're talking about a transmitter, a phone, a bicycle, a backpack. Yes, this is some powerful stuff. Check it out.
Breaking tonight, exclusive new details about gunman Thomas Crooks in the hour leading up to the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. And this is a worldwide exclusive picture showing the cell phone and remote transmitter found next to Crooks' body on the roof moments after the shooting. Tonight, despite the U.S. Secret Service director saying there were local police in the building where Crooks eventually fired the shots, Channel 11 News has confirmed with our sources that counter snipers from 2 local SWAT teams were positioned in an adjoining building, but no teams were set up in the building that Crooks fired from.
However, as we learn new details about the timeline leading up to the shooting, it's now clear multiple local law enforcement agencies were aware Crooks was acting suspiciously and was in the area of the AGR building for at least an hour before the shots were fired.
Channel 11's Nicole Ford's exclusive reporting last night was cited across the media landscape, and she is back tonight with exclusive breaking details, and she's live in Butler County with more. Nicole.
David, Gordon, those local counter snipers from 2 different local SWAT teams were positioned in the area of the AGR building, but not in the building that Crooks fired from, according to our sources. And tonight, we're learning that 3 separate local SWAT teams, along with state police, were all part of a Saturday morning briefing about the rally. Tonight, we're getting the first images of what police found on Thomas Crooks after a Secret Service sniper shot and killed him: a remote detonator and cell phone. Sources telling me that Crooks was spotted looking at that cell phone and a rangefinder when this photo was captured nearly an hour before shots were fired. That picture and his description were communicated on police radio to the tactical command post just after 5:30. All this happening outside the AGR building, but sources tell us local law enforcement was never stationed in the building Crooks climbed, but an adjacent building seen here. Buildings that Butler Township Manager Tom Knight says were identified as a point of interest by planning authorities not on the local level.
So the building was outside the event area, and there was conversations about the logistical coverage of the building, what the building had for access points and what access points needed to be controlled.
As we exclusively reported on Monday, another message was sent to command about 15 minutes before the former president got on stage. Sources telling us the last sighting of Crooks, he had a backpack, but no sign of a gun.
That there was a radio transmission indicating that there was a suspicious individual on the rooftop. Was my understanding was our officers' first notification to begin moving towards that building.
According to our sources, Crooks was still on the ground when Trump took the stage, and the Butler Township officers arrived to the AGR building as Trump moved to the podium.
2 of the officers went to what appeared to be the lowest point from ground to roof. One of the officers actually boosted the second officer up high enough for him to grab hold of the roof. He did, in fact, see an individual on the roof with a weapon.
Knight says Crooks pointed the rifle at the officer as the officer hung onto the side of the roof, unable to reach his radio or weapon.
Lost his own grip, fell approximately 8 feet to the ground.
Not long after, those shots were fired at the stage. Crooks was killed, and the phone and transmitter were found next to him. Now, the big question tonight is who was running that tactical police line of communication. As we reported from our sources, local SWAT officers were reporting all of this information up the chain of command. I questioned state police today on their role of communication. I'm told that they're not allowed to comment on operational security or planning. Reporting live in Butler County tonight, Nicole Ford, Channel 11.
Wow, folks. You saw a bicycle and a backpack. Now the question is, it seems like he took his Hyundai and drove to the venue there from his Bethel Park home. He lived with his parents, who are counselors, by the way. But But it seems like possibly he parked his vehicle and then got a bicycle and the backpack and maybe had the rifle blended in with the bicycle and rode his bike to the scene. Because this is the second report I've seen with a bicycle and a backpack. Then he was there an hour before Trump took the stage. And he was seen. They took that photograph. That photograph that you saw is him, and it was taken by police. And then 2 police officers tried to go and look into him on the roof, and he fired a weapon. The officer fell down, and then the shots started going off. Wow. Seems like in a transmitter detonator on him. What in the world was going on? What was his grand plans here beyond just the shooting? Because explosives were apparently found in his vehicle and his home. What in the world's going on here, folks? But it's good to get some of that information and new information, because I didn't hear this information prior. So hopefully you learned something out of this report right here. We will continue to dig. We will continue to get news clips and figure this out and put the pieces together on what happened that Saturday, that fatal, tragic day that changed the course of history. It has. So let me know what you think. We are digging deeply into the shooter, Thomas Matthew Crooks, 20 years old. And we have a playlist up, so check it out, and we will continue to dig. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button. Let me know what you think, and we will talk soon. I am JLR Investigates. Stay tuned.